Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. This practice is going to focus on the back body, which is then going to help us open the front body to help us feel nice and good all around. It's a shorter practice. It can be done any time of the day, especially when you're feeling a little sluggish and you feel like you need a little bit more energy to ramp you up and get you through the rest of your day. Perfect one to go to. When you're ready, you're definitely going to want a couple blocks handy, and you're going to start standing today. So go ahead and take a place at the top of your mat. Ground down through those toes, spread through the feet, lift the chest, close the eyes for a moment, and start to focus on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, creating that Ujjayi pranayama. Allowing yourself to be here in the room, on your mat, and in your body. Setting an intention for your practice to feel good. If there's another intention you'd like to set, you can always do that as well. Go ahead and bring your hands to your heart center. We'll start with one Om. Take a big inhale. Exhaling, let those hands come by the side, let the eyes open. As you inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold, nice long spine, bend the knees if you need. Inhale, lengthen, again, nice long spine, neck grows long. And exhale, refold. Press into the feet, inhale, takes the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reaching. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, refold. Inhale, lifts you up, gaze goes up. And as you exhale, hands through heart center all the way down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, takes those arms all the way up. And exhale, refold all the way down. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, this time bend the knees, plant the hands, step both feet back to plank. Pause there, take an inhale. And then exhale, lower knees or toes all the way to the floor. Point through the toes, point the hands back toward the toes. Inhale, lifts the shoulders. Exhale, lifts the feet. Again, inhale, whole back body lifts. Spread through the toes, stay to exhale. Inhale, release it down. Exhale, hands by the side. Engage the core. Point and tuck under the toes. And on your exhale, press back to plank. Take an inhale there. And exhale, downward dog. Nice full inhales and exhales. Check your alignment here. Making sure that wrist crease is lined up with the top of your mat. Fingers are spread wide, and then press down into each knuckle. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen from your armpit down to your hip. Draw the lower belly in. Let the neck grow long. Inner thighs spiral back as those feet are hip distance apart and heels pressing straight back. Exhale fully here. Inhale, look toward your hands. Exhale, hop, walk, or float both feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, takes those arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, adding on. Bend the knees, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step both feet back, pause in your plank, inhale there. And then exhale, lower knees or toes. Inhale, shoulders roll back, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, engage the core, lift those kneecaps. Exhale, press back to plank. Take an inhale. And exhale, downward dog. Full breath. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose and step that foot forward. Keep the back heel up, feet are hip distance apart. And then inhale, rise it up, crescent. Draw in through the lower belly, lift the chest, and then bend a little deeper into that front knee. One more big inhale here. And exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, steps you back. Exhale, lower knees or toes. Point those toes. Inhale, shoulders roll back, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes. Engage the core, lift those kneecaps. Exhale, press it back to plank. And then to downward dog. Exhale, fully here. Inhale, takes that left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee toward nose and step the foot forward. Back heel stays up. Inhale, reaches you up, crescent lunge. Again, shoulders roll back. Drop the tailbone and lift up through that lower belly. Maybe gaze goes up. Big inhale. And exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, steps you back. Exhale, lower knees or toes. Inhale, shoulders roll back. Exhale, lower. Tucking those toes, press it back through plank. And then to downward dog. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Inner thighs really spiraling back. Send those sit bones back, lengthen through the side waist. And let that neck grow nice and long away from the shoulders. One more big inhale. Exhale. Bending into the knees. Inhale, look toward those hands. And exhale, hop, step, or walk. Both feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Keep the knees bent as you inhale, reach those arms. And exhale, press to stand. Take a moment. Inhale here. Exhale, fully here. And then stepping yourself out wide on your mat. Making your feet as wide as one leg is long. Turn the right toes out. Take the arms, lift it up, engaging those kneecaps. And exhale, lengthen yourself over that right thigh. Hand comes down, shin blocker floor, preferably behind the calf. And then draw that top shoulder back. Shoulder blades draw into the back. Lower belly draws in. Press firmly into the back foot. Take the top arm up. Triangle, Trikonasana. Draw that right hip under, opening the chest. Keep pressing down, lifting up. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, bending into that right knee. Either elbow to thigh, hand to the block or the floor. Take a big inhale, open the chest. Draw that left hip slightly back, right hip scoops under, and then exhale, top arm reaches over. Spiraling those ribs to the left. Lifting yourself up out of that bottom shoulder. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, gaze looks down. Bring the block with you if you had it on the other side. Inhale, press yourself up. And then exhale, switch the feet around. Left foot turns out. Block goes down. Take an inhale, nice strong legs, both legs super straight. And then exhale, extend over that left thigh. Hand comes down, shin blocker floor. Open the chest, draw in through the lower belly. Lengthen that tailbone to the back heel. Shoulder blades draw onto the back. Lower belly draws in. Gaze goes up to that top thumb. Full breaths here. Keep drawing those shoulder blades onto the back. One more full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, bending into that left knee. Again, either elbow to thigh, hand or block or floor. Take a big inhale, draw that right hip slightly back as the left hip scoops under. And then exhale, top arm overhead. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Keep drawing those ribs toward the right. One more big inhale, press in with the feet. Exhale, open up any little more. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, gaze looks down. Bring that block with you again. Inhale, presses yourself up. And exhale, switch those feet around again. Block comes down. Square the hips this time, so that back foot's gonna come out toward the left a little, and then you're really gonna square those hips, so you might need to shorten your stance. Engage the core. Inhale, lifts the chest, and then as you exhale, hinge forward. So draw that right hip back, left hip forward, press through the feet. Belly and chest come forward, and then if it's okay, maybe that left hand comes to the inside, preferably the outside, to revolve your triangle. Turning, scissoring those legs together, and then if it's okay, top arm reaches. Draw that right hip back. Find some length from your hip to your shoulder, and then maybe challenge your balance, look up. Both legs super active. One more full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, both hands come down. Bend into the front knee, extend that back leg nice and long. Back knee can drop. Inhale, lifts yourself back up, crescent. Exhale, hands to heart. And then take that left elbow to the top of the right knee. Press down, lift up through the chest, rotate, draw those shoulder blades onto the back, and then lift that left hip. That left hip likes to drop, lift it up. Pull in through the lower belly, and rotate, drawing those shoulder blades onto the back. Bring those hands toward the heart center, gaze to your top elbow. One more full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, both hands down. Pause there for a moment. Take the block with you. And then inhale, press yourself up. Exhale, square yourself to the long end of your mat. And then square yourself to your left side. So that right foot's going to come slightly out so your hips are in line. Placing the block toward your left foot. And then really square those hips all the way to the left side. Inhale, lifts the heart. Activate the legs. Exhale, lower belly draws in as that heart comes forward. Left hips drawing back, right hips drawing forward, keeping that sacrum nice and square, pelvis square to the floor. And then if you can, right hand comes down either the inside or the outside. For the inside, it will be here. Outside preferably. Draw that left hip back, scissor those legs together, rotate through the shoulders. Press down, lift up, top arm reaches, and then shoulder blades draw onto the back. Try to lean slightly away from that left leg. Keep the legs active. Maybe gaze looks up. One more full inhale here. Stay to exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, both hands down. Bend into that front knee. Extend the back leg long. And then inhale, reach it up, crescent. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart. Taking that right elbow to the left knee. Press it down. Draw those thumb pads. Try to bring them toward your chest. A lot of times they hover toward our throat. Bring them down toward your chest. And then lift that right hip back and away. Push through the back right heel. Keep rotating, drawing that belly in. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, both hands down. And then when you're ready, inhale, press yourself up. And exhale, bring those toes to the long end of your mat again. Parallel the feet, maybe go a little bit wider if it's okay. Make sure your feet are nice and parallel to the edges of your mat. Press down into those feet. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold, nice flat back. So when your hands come down, hands can come to the block. They can come to the floor. They can even come back toward your heels. Lengthen out here. Inner thighs go back. Chest goes forward. And then folding forward. Top of the head reaches toward the floor. Lower belly lifts. Inner thighs spiral back. And then again, try to draw those shoulder blades onto the back. Full breaths. One more big inhale here. Stay to exhale. Inhale, lengthen, nice long spine. Exhale, hands to your hips. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale brings you all the way up. And exhale. Go ahead and bring the heels in, toes in, and step to the top of your mat. Exhale fully there. Take a big inhale. And exhale. Exhale fully here. Inhale, take those arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back, lowering all the way to the floor. And then from here, we do a little bit of our back body strengthening. Ground down through the toes. Lift those hips, and then lengthen your pubic bone down to the floor. And then press into your hands, lengthen your belly along the floor so your ribs come forward. And then from here, ground down once again into those toes. Turn those inner thighs up toward the ceiling. So lengthen the tailbone down, and then take those hands, reach them back toward your feet. And then on your next inhale, keep grounding through the toes. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, lift the chest, lift your pinky edges to the ceiling. Keep the legs nice and active. See if you can lift those kneecaps off the floor, but keep the toes grounded down. Keep rolling back. Neck grows long, back of the head lifts. One more big inhale here. And then exhale, release it down. Turn your head to one side, maybe even resting your head on your hands. Exhale fully here. And then from here, bring yourself back to center. And then you're going to take your hands, you're going to take the heel of your hand and place it right there, kind of in that hip crease that kind of starts to lift. You're going to place it right at the top of your thigh, so right below your hip bone. Place the heel of your hand there, hands go down along your thighs. Draw the toes together if you can. Again, lengthen the tailbone. Let your forehead rest on the floor, and then inhale, lift those heels. Spread through the toes. So use the glutes, use the hamstrings, pull up through the heels. Relax the forehead down, relax the shoulders down. Keep breathing. One more big inhale, squeeze those heels together. And exhale, release it down. Again, turn your head to the opposite side, maybe resting on your hands. One final time here, adding both of those together. Ground down through those toes, ground down through the pubic bone, place the hands, lengthen the spine, so the belly drops to the floor, ribs lift up, and then take those hands back down. Inhale, shoulders roll back, arms lift, and then exhale, hover the feet. Spread through the toes. Neck grows long, whole back body lifts. Keep lifting, spreading, breathe. Good, one more full inhale here. And exhale, lower. Again, resting your opposite cheek on the floor. Adding on just a little bit. If you're comfortable doing bow pose, which from here then you're going to bend your knees and reach back for either the tops of your feet or your ankle creases, trying to keep your knees in. If that's not going to be accessible to you, ground through the toes. You're going to do the exact same thing we did here, but interlink your fingers and lengthen those hands down. So that's shark pose. So either bow or shark here. So bending into those knees if you're grabbing your feet. Otherwise, inhale, shoulders roll back. Exhale, lift the heels. Good, spread through the toes, point the toes, draw the heels toward one another, draw the knees toward one another, lengthen the neck. One more big inhale, draw those shoulder blades closer together. Stay to exhale. Inhale, slowly release. Exhale, turn your head to the opposite side. Give those hips a little shake, maybe even bend the knees, little wiper legs back and forth. Exhaling fully. From here, come back to center. Press into those hands. Engage the core. And then all you're going to do is press back to hands and knees. And then see if you can roll yourself over. Resist the urge to do child's pose. I know you want to right now. We're going to do one more back bend on our back. So from here, you're rolling onto your back. Go ahead and lay all the way back down. And we're going to do one bridge or one wheel pose, whatever you're most comfortable with. Take a nice deep inhale. Line those heels up with the outer edges of your hips. Press and parallel the feet as you exhale. And then inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, press into the arms or roll those shoulders underneath. So either bridge pose here with me, or if you have full wheel in your practice. If you're lifting here with bridge with me, see if you can interlink your fingers. Press those pinky edges down, shoulder blades onto the back, and roll those arms under more. Shins to the front of the room. Keep lifting up through the hips. Chin lifts slightly to the ceiling. One more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, unwind those shoulders. Exhale, slowly lowering it down. If you're coming out of wheel, come nice and slow. And then pausing there. Draw those knees in, feet go wide. Take a moment. And then from here, we're going to go into shoulder stand. If you have a full shoulder stand practice, make sure you're supporting your neck. Maybe even go to the wall. If you haven't yet, check out my shoulder stand tips online on my video to give you a few more options. Otherwise, staying with me, we're going to use a block for supported shoulder stand. So from here, press into those heels, lift the hips. And then go ahead and lay that sacrum area, that part between your booty and your low back, right on that block. Then just pause here. Feel heavy in your hips. Keep the legs kind of active, and then draw those shoulder blades together onto your back. And then draw the shoulders away from the ears. Just pause here. Breathe. And as you know, you always have this level, or you can even go a little higher if you're feeling okay today. And then bend one knee at a time up to the ceiling. Find that balance on the block, and then legs go up. Lower belly draws in, inner thighs are active and spinning away, toes are spread, legs are active. And breathe. If you're on the block with me, slightly tuck your chin to your chest so you're getting into the throat lock or the Jalahandra lock. So you're stimulating that thyroid gland. If you're in real shoulder stand or against the wall, draw that chin a little bit further away from your chest so you're not compressing your lower into your vertebrae there on the neck. Nice full breaths, inhaling and exhaling, slowing it down here. Five more breaths, enjoying this time with your feet above your head, keeping those legs slightly active. Full deep breaths here. And exhale fully. Being mindful not to look around while you're up. And then slowly start to bend the knees, placing one foot at a time back on the mat. Pausing there for a moment, just noticing the different sensations in the feet and the legs. And then when you're ready, pressing into the balls of the feet, lift your hips. Slide that block out from underneath you, and then roll the hips down as you unwind those shoulders. And then take a moment, bring your feet nice and wide as your mat, and windshield wiper those legs from side to side. So drop them to the left, inhale up, and over to the right. Inhale up, and to the left. Inhale up, and to the right. One more time each side, inhale up, and exhale over. Last side, inhale up, and exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Bring those feet back to center. Take that right ankle over the left knee. Flex both feet and start to draw those knees toward the chest. And then pulling that left thigh in as you press the right thigh away. So right thigh is going away from you, left thigh is drawing in. Flex through the feet, relax the shoulders down. And see if you can bring that top leg, so So that left leg, so that your knee and your ankle are even parallel to one another. And then see if you can lengthen that right side. So bring a little more weight into the left. And keep hugging the knee in. So getting into the hip, getting into the outer hip. Great stretch. Try to relax the shoulders any little bit. Exhale fully. Inhale, go ahead and release that leg. Place the foot on the ground. And then take that right leg, cross it all the way over the left. Shift your hips over to the right. So you're mostly on that left hip. And then let those legs drop over to the left. Keep that right shoulder dropping toward the ground. And I even like to kind of lift and draw my shoulder blades directly on the floor. And then let my legs drop. Look over that right shoulder. And breathe. Lengthen the tailbone toward your heel. See if you can create a little bit more space in the sideways, so from your hip all the way up to your shoulder. Exhale fully. Inhale, brings those legs up. Exhale, unwind the legs. Come back to center. Taking that left ankle over the right knee. Drawing that right knee in. And then start to press that left elbow into, right, pressing out and up into that left leg. Both legs are flexed. Top leg or your right leg, ankle and knee are parallel to the ground. Keep relaxing the shoulders. Lengthen the tailbone and then lengthen that left side waist. Relax the jaw any little bit here. Exhale fully. Go ahead and release that right leg. Take the left leg, cross it all the way over the right. Shift those hips over to the left, and then let those knees drop to the right. Again, I like to shift my shoulder blades so they're directly on the ground, so my right one comes out to the right a little bit, and then let the legs drop. If you're okay in the neck, looking over that left shoulder. Draw in through the lower belly, lengthen the tailbone toward the heels, and start to create more space with each twist in that side waist into the mid and upper back. Exhale fully here. Inhale, brings those legs back to center. Exhale, unwind the legs. Bring the hips back. And then relax through the lower back. Draw those knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze. Lengthen the tailbone. Relax the shoulders down. Flex the feet. So engage everything. And as you exhale, round the spine. Bring your forehead towards your knees. And then exhale, release it down. Make the knees nice and wide. Flex the feet to the ceiling. And then grab your heel edges today. Draw the knees down. Press those elbows out into the shins and calves. Lengthen the tailbone down, drawing the shoulders down. So as you draw those shoulders down, those legs come down a little bit deeper. Breathe. Hold the tension first. Flex through those feet. See if you can bring those shins a little bit more perpendicular to the ground. And then exhale, drop the right knee down. And then over to the left knee. Right knee rocking a little bit, happy baby. And then when you're ready, go and release that. Give those legs a little shake to the ceiling. Then go and place the feet on the floor. Extending those legs out when you're ready. Turning those palms up. Draw those shoulder blades onto the back to lift the chest. And then getting out any little wiggles you need to before resting comfortably in Shavasana. Allowing yourself to come back to that intention that you set of feeling good. And just taking inventory of your body. Acknowledging where it feels good. where it needs to relax a little, and maybe send a little breath to that area before we end. And wherever you are in your breathing cycle, exhale fully. Take a big inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest, all the way to the collarbone. Hold that breath in, and then sigh it out. Let your breathing return to normal. Let yourself just sink into your mat, getting heavier and heavier with each exhale. Relaxing any tension you're still holding on to. Allow your mind to relax as much as your body's going to relax for the next few moments in Shavasana. Allowing your next breath to come in a little deeper. On the next breath, bring some movement into your fingers and toes. Maybe even the wrists and ankles. On your next breath, reach your arms back behind your head. Slide your feet together. Give yourself a long stretch. And then slowly bend those knees. Draw the knees into the chest, giving them one final hug here. Rocking a little bit, bringing some circulation back to the body. And then when you're ready, using your arm as a pillow, roll over to your favorite side. Pause there for a moment. Trying to keep the eyes closed. Just kind of check in with the body. Scanning over it, checking in with the mind. Just acknowledging any little subtle shifts or changes from the practice today. And then when you're ready, taking that top hand, press it in, extend the top leg, extend it long, and then slide that bottom hand under, pressing yourself up mindfully. Once you've sat up, come to a comfortable seat. And once you've found that comfortable seat, allow those eyes to close in case they've opened. Bring those hands to the heart center, allowing yourself to be in the room, on your mat, and in your body. Connecting once again with that feel-good intention. Allowing the strength and energy and the breath of this practice to help you feel good at any time you need. We'll seal that in as we close this practice with one Om. Take a big inhale. Bowing your head slightly. And take a moment before you leave your mat tonight. Think of one thing in your life that you truly are grateful for. And ask yourself if there's any way you could make that better in your life. See that happening in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies, and wear some sunblock. Namaste.